Hi, Councilwoman Seaman here, and we're back for another Business Saturday. And it's an extra special Business Saturday for me because I'm with a great entrepreneur, Du Yen, at Manon Bakery. And this is one of my favorite places. I don't know if you can guess why by now. This is my go-to place when I have a gathering at my house, a dinner party. I can buy out all your fruit tarts because those are perfect for dinner parties. But I know you have the best macaroons in town, right?
We do. We have probably one of the biggest selections of macaroons in town. And people come in the droves for that. People buy them by the single or by 200. So.
And how many flavors do you have?
We have 18 flavors.
Okay, and out of those 18, I have to ask you, what are the top 5?
Top 5 would be salted caramel, vanilla, Nutella, pistachio, and strawberry. So
okay, so 3 out of 5 of those are like, no, 4, you said vanilla too.
Yes.
Those are all my favorites.
Yes, that's why they're the most popular.
They're the most popular, and then strawberry. Okay, wonderful. And so, tell us, look at this cake.
That's just a slice, by the way.
And what kind of cake is this?
This is our signature frisée. This is a white cake with whipped cream and pastry mix. And as you can see, almond slices and strawberries, fresh strawberries inside and on top.
Inside as well.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And one thing I'm noticing about this, it looks fluffy. It looks.
We are known for our sponge cakes. It's weird. They're soft, they're moist, and they're not too sweet. So.
Oh my gosh, this is absolutely wonderful. And this is really typically French. So you walk in.
Yes.
And so when you bought this place, you were telling me, what were you telling me? You didn't want to change it because?
Absolutely, yeah. It was an amazing opportunity to own one of the most famous French bakeries in Summerlin. And the key
How about in Las Vegas?
It probably, I'm going to say it's in Las Vegas, including the strip. But the most important thing was we don't change anything because it works. So from the ambiance to the music to obviously the recipes, it's very important to us to keep everything the same and just enhance what we purchase.
So when I used to come in here, I would just go get my pastries and then I would leave because I didn't know there was a whole restaurant back here.
And a lot of people don't.
Right, and then one day I came in and I had to go back here for something and I'm like, there's a restaurant. And I have to tell you, you were telling me you have typically French food. Tell everybody what you have and the newest thing that you brought in.
It's all French, from our quiches, our croissant sandwiches, to our escargot, and of course our homemade soups. So everything is French and made in-house.
And you just started with something.
We just started wine and beer and brunch and mimosas.
And crepes.
And of course, thank you for reminding me, we also started crepes, which has really taken off.
They're very popular right now.
They are, and sweet and savory. So you can have a nice strawberries and cream crepe, or you can have a breakfast crepe with scrambled eggs, bacon, and cheese, which is one of our most popular crepes, by the way.
So you're going to have to expand soon because
we definitely need some more room.
Yeah, you need some more room because you serve breakfast.
We also serve a full breakfast as well.
Is that one of your busiest times?
Our busiest time is actually the brunch hour, yes, because people love to mix breakfast with our quiches and our French sandwiches.
So tell me, what are your hours? That's so important. And what days are you open?
Okay, we're open every single day. So for the ones who have known us back in the day, they would close on Mondays. Me opening here was important to open every single day. So we're here 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day except for Sunday and Monday, which we close at 7 p.m.
So really, then you are open breakfast, brunch, lunch, and dinner.
Yes, and breakfast is served all day, by the way.
That's
so we get a lot of that.
That's so important because you are just craving, like on a Sunday, you're craving breakfast, but by the time you go to church or wherever you go for service and you go for breakfast, you get somewhere and they're like, oh no, we're not serving anymore. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm dying for bread. And one of my favorite foods is quiche. Quiche Lorraine. I love quiche Lorraine. So you tell me, what kind of quiches do you serve here?
Well, we serve the quiche Lorraine, which is again one of our most popular. Spinach and goat cheese for the vegetarians.
I love it.
And we still have ham and cheese and a 4 cheese. So we keep the variety going.
So you have 2 vegetarians, really. I mean, because you have the 4 cheese and then
yes, exactly.
So 2 and 2. So vegetarians, no excuse. This is your new place.
And if you want to eat something light, we make amazing salads as well. So.
Oh, perfect. This is my new favorite restaurant. I got to tell you, again, I, like probably a lot of other people, only thought that you were a great French bakery, but now we all know that there's a French restaurant here. And it's one of those cafe-type restaurants, right?
Yes.
Where you go in, you get a sandwich. And I got to tell you, when you come in here, because I spent a lot of time in Paris, this reminds me of a restaurant in Paris. This is exactly what the cafes look like.
Yes, and that was very important to me and my husband when we opened up this. We weren't interested in renovating, making it have the modern look. We wanted to keep this very, the ambiance of a French restaurant in Paris, or if you were to go to Paris. So.
Yeah, it's lovely. So now let's tell folks where you're located. Let's talk about your website and your social media so that people now can find out exactly where you're at if they haven't been here.
Absolutely. Our official address is 8751 West Charleston Boulevard. Our major cross streets are Durango and Fort Apache. We're across from Boca Park, and behind the Bonefish Grill, you can't miss us once you go into Mariallo, which is the side street. We have our Facebook page, which is Patisserie Manon. Instagram.
Can you spell that for them?
Of course. Patisserie Manon, Manon. And that is our Instagram page, except for it's Patisserie Manon LV. And of course, our website is www.patisseriemanon.com. And if you can catch it while I'm saying all of this, our phone number is 702-586-2666, and we do any type of birthday cake, custom cakes.
Oh, let's talk about that. You need 24 hours if it's custom.
If it's a basic custom cake, now sometimes people want something intricate, which we do get a lot of. That may take about 72 hours, but we can accommodate that as well as any cake.
And you do wedding cakes.
We do wedding cakes. We do 4 tiers, 3 tiers. We'll drive to the location, build it there. So we really try to accommodate anything that has to do with pastries, desserts, and custom wedding cakes.
You know where that happened. I'm not even going to answer that. I'm going to continue on with our interview because it's so interesting. Let's talk about your most exotic cake.
Well, I can tell you a few months ago, we just did this pyramid cake. It was, the customer wanted to make it look just like a pyramid. And it was 4 tiers, and it was very big and very exotic. And we got through it. We even delivered it, which is also another.
Oh, that's a challenge.
Yes, absolutely.
So you were telling me you did unicorn cake. So you get kids parties, adult parties, and you pretty much can do everything.
We pretty much do it all here. It's kind of like, what don't we do? So any type of catering event for sandwiches, mini quiches, big parties, we'll do a giant quiche for you. Like whatever you need, we can do it.
A giant quiche. What is a giant quiche?
It's about 14 inches. It's a big quiche. So
that is so much fun. I can't believe how much fun that is. So I didn't even think about that. You do catering. So,
yes.
I mean, any size party, 50 people, 30 people, 200 people.
We can accommodate about, at least 200 people. So
this is wonderful. So again, I love women entrepreneurs, and you've done a magnificent job because I got to tell you, you bought this 2 years ago. I didn't know there was any change.
That was the goal. So thank you very much.
I think the moment that I thought there was a change is when I met you, and I'm like, hey, did you buy this place? But other than that, I would not have known because you've kept it so authentic. And the important thing about that at Manon is that it's a well-known, famous bakery.
Yes.
Well, all I can say is thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
And now, you guys all know what time it is. I'm going to indulge. I don't even know where to start. We've got this beautiful cake, fruit tarts, there's your beautiful macarons. And tell me what these things are.
These are all of our patisserie, our croissants, chocolate croissants, raisin rolls, apple turnover, just any.
We do everything.
We do everything.
So now it's time for me to eat.